Monday. It's a new week. Oh my God. Is it the last? It's the final week of November. Where in the world has 2025 gone? But yeah, we've got lots to talk about. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss any notifications when I am live here on Her Dad's YouTube, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today, we're going to talk about a few Real Housewives of Potomac topics. We're going to talk about last night's episode, some of the highlights for me, and that being Gizelle and Robin's party without Robin. Okay. A fashion show with no fashions, a Gizelle and Robin party with no Robin, right? We're also going to talk about Stacy versus Cookie, which was like not on my bingo card, but very happy about it. Very entertaining. I'm going to talk about that. Also, there was a little clip, a very, very, very little clip, where Andy is talking about Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and some people are questioning his reaction. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to close it out with Kandi. She has spoken out on her divorce technically for the first time, other than her statement. So I'm going to tell you what she had to say and kind of what it's given. All right. So up first, Real Housewives of Potomac. Let me know if you were able to watch Sunday night's episode, and if not, when do you plan to watch it? Let me know. Also, just want to say, I hope you all had a good weekend. Let's see, I'll pull my chat up. Hi, Bryce. Hope you're doing all right. All right. So last night on Potomac, we saw that Gizelle and Robin, they have reached 10 million downloads on their podcast, Reasonably Shady. And I mean, I think that is a fantastic, feat. I think that also, I mean, Gizelle said they started during COVID. So what's that been? 5 years, so they're obviously killing it. And they were having a party to celebrate, right? And 10 million downloads party, like, if that were me, I'd be out there whooping it up, turning up, you know what I'm saying? And but we get there and Robin isn't there. So I just thought that it was kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, Robin's like, miss me with it, miss me with those cameras. Y'all aren't gonna pay me. No, thank you. She's like, I'll sit here and do my podcast from the house. Speaking of the house, there was this comment where Wendy said, or she said, "Where's Robin? Is she on the couch?" And I guess whenever we're in the realm of housewives whatsoever, and I hear couch, I I immediately go to reunion couches. So I was like, wait, is she shading her for not being a housewife anymore? Like, is she on the couch? Like, is she on the cast? But then it did that flashback to, that season where, like, if I remember correctly, I feel like Robin was going through some sort of depression and stuff and was just really struggling with getting out of the house. That might have been during COVID era. Um, and so I was like, is that what she was shading? Because to me, the housewife shade would have been way less offensive. Not cool to say, is she on the couch? When quite literally, she was open and honest about those struggles, and that's nothing to joke about. So we can joke about a lot, not that. So I was gonna say, like, if I were Gizelle, like, it's not like this is something where they were the night before, oh, girls, let's just go get some dinner. Bring your spouse, bring your bestie. Let's go grab a dinner to celebrate. Like, this was clearly an event. This was clearly something that took a little while to plan, be it production involved or not. And so if I were Gizelle and Robin not being there, I would be upset. I'd be upset. I'd be like, screw the show. Like, at the end of the day, if the show ended, yes, the show ended for you, which that, like, I hate that. But if it ended for me tomorrow, okay, well, this is both still going on for both of us, the pod. So, this is a success independent of the show, right? And then I can't remember who it was in their confessional, but they said, maybe it was Ashley, but she said that she knows that Gizelle had to be upset about this inside, whether she was admitting it or not. I'm like, she should admit it. I would be upset about it too, Let's see. Also, so Wendy was basically saying that Monique, because Monique is back in the mix, she was saying that Monique told her something about Cookie. Now, y'all remember Cookie is Karen's bestie. And she went and grabbed, I believe, a brunch or breakfast or something with Ashley and Gizelle in an earlier episode, okay? Well, she was there last night because she was the one, I think, if I remember correctly, who kind of hinted or dropped the little bomb that Stacy might have been, kind of hitting on Chris, Monique's ex-husband. All right. So now fast forward, Wendy's saying that Monique was speaking about Cookie and said if Cookie is around at all, one thing she's going to be doing is trashing Monique. Okay. And so if you look back, and it's not even necessarily that it's trashing her, but it, talking about someone else trying to get with her man, is that a form of trashing Monique? I don't really know. But Wendy brings this up, okay? And that is when we have what already might be the highlight of my week, okay? And it was, Wendy is talking about it, and she said basically, so if we're going to talk about anything involving Monique, Chris, whatever, I think it's fair, or if Cookie's here, I think it's fair that Monique be here to defend herself. And all of a sudden, Stacy's like starts pointing at Cookie, and it's and it's like, we get it, Stacy. We know who Cookie is. We know who Wendy is referring to. She's right there, and it was just so funny because obviously Cookie, she's like, don't point at me, and get your finger out of my face. And Stacy's like, I can point at whatever I want. And so then it kind of gets heated. But again, just was not, Cookie's involvement in the season, be it, just here and there, to me is enjoyable. I enjoy it. So I just wouldn't have expected her to pop up, and then her and Stacy of all people. Because to me, Stacy seems like super, I think she's cool and chill, So I'm like, I think that I don't know why that they would have, bumped heads there. Well, I guess because Cookie was the one saying that Stacy was doing this, but she was the one saying that Stacy was trying to get with Chris. But anyway, just so funny. At this point, it's like, I need Cookie at the reunion. You know what I'm saying? We got to have her there, have her as a bartender and watch what happens live or something. So very curious to see how this all shakes out. And let this just be yet another example of Stacy being the casting success of the last 5-6 years. We've got her, Angie K, Stacy is just so beyond perfect for this show, for this franchise. And then I did have a chance to meet her at BravoCon. Yes, it was very quick, but so sweet, so stunning, so cool. Just really cool to see her a part of the Bravo family, and that, I'm sorry, she's everything a housewife's supposed to be, in my opinion, Let's see. I want to see what y'all have to say about this. Does anyone think Karen was playing behind the scenes and using Cookie? I just don't understand the issues. Cookie. Maybe, possibly. And didn't Gizelle say something in that? I said something earlier about how when Gizelle and Ashley met up with Cookie at brunch, Gizelle said something, whatever that Cookie was reporting about Karen or saying of Karen, that she was aware it was basically Karen was the one telling her what to say, or like saying what could be, shared, and that she's like, and I'm okay with that. So does that was that, some foreshadowing to this? Possibly. So good catch there. We'll have to wait and see, how that plays out. But yeah, just was so funny. Like, there's nothing funnier than on Housewives when one cast member says to someone, don't you dare do something, and the person immediately directly does that thing that they were told not to do. It's just like, okay, no respect between you two, and I'm glad that I'm here to watch it, So we also, as you may recall, at BravoCon, one of the things that was dropped, one of the, exciting gifts that came our way was the Real Housewives of Rhode Island trailer. And I don't even remember the premiere date, but y'all can't judge me for that because y'all know my memory is bad. I don't even remember what I had for lunch today. And so anyway, Andy was doing some press. He was on Jenna and Friends, and Darren, who y'all may know, was on there with him, and they were talking about, I think, just Housewives in general. And they switched over to Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and Darren said that, it's coming our way. The Bravo fans are excited. And she said that she heard that it was really, really good, right? And so Andy goes, yes, thank you. It's like, thank you. Okay. And he's like, just saw the first episode last night. I don't know. Anyway, perhaps the man is exhausted. He is the father of 2. They got him flying coast to coast doing all this Bravo con stuff, hosting, whatever. But someone tweeted it, or a couple people tweeted about it, and they were like, he does not seem excited about the show. So maybe it's intentional. Maybe he's just not trying to give too much away, something like that. But I don't know, just interesting because, normally Andy's the one that he hypes everything up with. He's like, oh my gosh, it's the best, one of the best episodes we've ever had. And now, granted, people always drag him the moment that if Andy hypes up anything, the first thing people do is say, well, now we know it's not going to be any good. It's like, you know what? Now that I'm saying this out loud, I don't blame him. I would say, just don't even ask me about any of the programming. Don't ask me about it. Don't ask me for my opinion. Don't ask me what I think. I don't even work here as far as I'm concerned. Because every time I say something, all y'all do is immediately disagree with it or refute it or say that it is not, it's not valid. So why are we here? I'm going to save my excitement for places where it is welcome, But I welcome as many Housewives franchises as we can get. I say there's never too many. I say that as someone who is, I think, a couple episodes behind on a series or 2. I'm not going to tell y'all which ones, but that's only because I'm busy and working. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get that.
Oh my gosh.
Could you try again?
What is this computer thing saying to me? Sorry. So let's move on. Oh, we're going to move on to and wrap up with Kandi. She's speaking on her divorce a little bit. She was doing one, I believe she was hosting her podcast, but someone posted the video. She was going through like fan questions and, she said, yes, I filed for divorce on Friday. It has been, life is lifing, I believe was one thing that she said. And basically someone asked her, does she have plans or does she intend to, I think, speak on it, to kind of share, I guess, details. And when you just watch the little clip that was going around and just, look, I don't think many people are skipping through the divorce period of their lives like nothing is going on and that they aren't carrying a heavy weight, on their shoulders. She did seem like it was difficult, to discuss, like there's really something difficult going on. But the vibe that I got, baby, was like, Todd up, okay? I don't know what happened, and my friend also made a good point. They were like, she was the only way. It was not a joint statement. She was the one to file. And then little things like this video and stuff where she's like, yeah, I'll speak on it. Like, as in she's got things to say. I'm like, okay. And she's talking about being hurt and stuff. I'm like, the scheme played out. The scheme that Todd set up, the scheme that we've all joked about all these years was not a joke. And we're going to find out what it is. And we're going to hopefully wrap our arms around Kandi and help her get through it, okay? Help her rise above, fly above. That's what it was. I fly above all the drama. I fly above. I fly above. Oh my God, not us losing viewers the moment I start singing. I get it. Sorry. All right. Well, let me go back and see what y'all had to say before we wrap up. Is y'all's week off to a good start? I hope so. Let's see. Tracy, I have not been able to see Potomac on Peacock yet. I'm pretty sure I saw it on there. You mean like you haven't had time to watch it, or you didn't see it like loading on there? Because if it's not loading, maybe like delete your app and re-download it or sign out or something. I don't know. Oh my God, Steph00. I'm surprised. I never hear much buzz about their podcast. I guess my algorithm maybe isn't reporting on it. Does anyone think Karen was? Look, the podcast world is such a saturated space. I think you can obtain like very, very, awesome success and not necessarily be in everyone's like backyard. Like if you're not a true crime person, maybe you don't know what Crime Junkie is. Meanwhile, it's one of the biggest podcasts in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, numbers don't lie. And 10 million, baby, we'll take it. Good for them. I think it's awesome. Good for them. Let's see. Cookie is the MVP. Yeah. Cookie was the only one talking to Karen during this time of filming. Yes. Okay. Stacy ate her up with, you don't have one. Oh my God. Yes. Listen, Stacy will get you. Oh, I love it. Love it. Someone said, I feel so bad for Kandi. I love her so much. I love Kandi so much too. And I feel like I've always thought that she gets a hard time as a housewife. Like, I feel like viewers are tough on her in general, you know? Let's see. I'm off work for the week. I work at a university. Well, Bryce Tyler, you better be whooping it up. If we ain't working, we're whooping it up. And if we ain't whooping it up, we're working. Okay? Mary Bunker, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you do the same, Mary. And I hope all of y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. We're going to hang out one more time before Thanksgiving, though. I'll be here Wednesday around the same time. So, like I said, be sure to subscribe so you get notified every time I'm live. And we'll catch up and talk about all the happenings between now and then. But I hope y'all have a good one. I hope your Thanksgiving prep is going well. If you have any extra stuffing, I'll give you my address. You can send it my way. All right. I love y'all.